Okay, moving on to the last part. The last part is x plus 1 upon x plus 2 and plus x minus 3 upon 3x plus 6. This is the value of x. So I told you whenever there are two terms in the denominator and one of which is a variable. So what is the trick of making a common denominator? We will just write both the denominators together. Uh, this is basically a solution from one of my students, and she did it correctly, so I decided to share his work. So this is the first step in which you write both the brackets together. This is the trick of solving these type of fractions, because they are two algebraic fractions and we have to simplify them. And since we cannot make the denominator common, so how we will make it common? By writing both of them together. So x plus 2 and 3x plus 6 will be written together. So this is the same denominator or the common denominator. Now what we will do, we will just swap the denominators. This is 3x plus 6. So we will just multiply 3x plus 6 with x plus 1. So I just wrote over here x plus 1 bracket 3x plus 6, and then the sign, positive sign, and again I will swap the denominator. This is x plus 2, so I will just multiply this x plus 2 with x minus 3. So I just wrote x plus 3 bracket close bracket open x plus 2. So this is the method of solving these type of questions where there are two terms in the denominator. In the above questions, there was only one term in the denominator, so it was easy for us to make it common by multiplying it with some number. But in this question, there are two terms in the denominator, and one of them is a variable, that is x. And since we don't know the value of x, so we cannot make it common. So we will apply the second method, which was we will just write both the denominators together. So now we have to simplify it. So we know that there are two brackets over here and two brackets over here. So we have to expand them. And we know that in order to multiply two brackets, we have to split the first one and we have to write the second one as it is. So I will just split this bracket from half. Since there are two terms, so I will split it from here and I will split this bracket again from here as well. So first I will write x. So I just wrote x, and then I will copy 3x plus 6 as it is. And then the second part of the bracket, that is plus 1. So I will write plus 1. Again, I will copy the same bracket 3s plus 6 again. So this is the method of multiplying two brackets. Then the positive sign in between, again I will split this bracket, and now the two parts are x and minus 3. So first I will write x and will copy this bracket. So I wrote x and copy this bracket, x plus 2 bracket close, and then I write the remaining part, that is minus 3. So minus 3 and then whole bracket again x plus 2 as it is. So this is the numerator part. I will not do anything in the denominator because I don't need to multiply it, because there will be a chance of further simplification in the forward steps. So I will just leave them as it is. I will just write x plus 2 and 3x plus 6. I will not multiply them. So now x multiplied by 3x. Now I have to again expand, and there is a variable outside the bracket, so I have to multiply this x with 3x, and I have to multiply with x this 6 as well. So x multiplied by 3x will be 3x square. X multiplied by plus 6 will give me plus 6x, and then I have to multiply this plus 1 with 3x. So plus 1 multiplied by 3x will be plus 3x, and plus 1 when multiplied with 6 will give me positive 6. Again doing the same thing with this also, the positive sign in between, x will be multiplied with x, it will give me x square, and when x will multiply with plus 2, it will give me plus 2x. Minus 3 when multiplied with x give me minus 3x, and minus 3 multiplied by plus 2 will give me minus 6. Minus plus minus, and 3 times 2 is 6, so minus 6. Again the denominator will be as it is, x plus 2 and 3x plus 6. Now I just have to remove these two brackets. Now what will I do? I will just remove these two brackets. This is 3x square, so this will be 3x square. This is 6x plus 3x, that is plus 9x, and this is plus 6 as it is. Then this positive sign again, this is x square, so again x square. This is plus 2x and minus 3x. Plus minus sign belongs to the greater, so this will be minus x, and this minus 6 will be at the end. This positive 6 and this negative 6 will be cancelled out. 3x square plus 1x square. This is x square, means this is 1x square, so it will be 4x square. 9x minus x. 9x minus x means 9x minus 1x. That will give me 8x. So 4x square plus 8x upon x plus 2, 3x plus 6. I can see something common in the numerator, so I have to take that thing common because the question is I have to give my answer in the simplest form. So this can be further simplified if I can take 4x common, because there is a 4 over here and I know that 8 comes in the table of 4, so I can take 4 common. And since there are 2x, x square means there are 2x and there is 1x, so I can take 1x as common. So I can take 4x as a whole as common. So what will be inside the bracket? Since I am taking 4s common and 1x, so 1x will be remaining in the bracket, plus I have taken x as common, so 4 multiplied by 2 will be 8, so this will be 2. And again the denominator will be same, x plus 2 and 3x plus 6. Now I can see that there is something similar, there is something same in the numerator and the denominator, that will be cancelled out. X plus 2 will be cancelled out from the numerator and the denominator, and my final answer will be 4x upon 3x plus 6, which cannot be further simplified. If you want to take 3 common from the denominator, you can also take it common, but it will not affect anything. So I will say that you will leave over here. If you want to take 3 as common, so you can write like this as well. This will be 4x, and if you want to take 3 common from the denominator, you can take 3 common, so this will be like 3, and the remaining bracket will be x plus 2.
So moving on to the next worksheet, which was factorized. So we have three questions from that worksheet. In the first question, we have four terms: a square minus ab minus 2b plus 2a. So before factorizing it, we know that in order to factorize, the most common method is to take common, and we cannot apply identity. There is no identity like this, and again, we cannot apply the middle term breaking method. So we are going with the common method. But the first step is I will arrange this, because after arranging, it will be very much easier for me to take something common. Why I'm arranging this? Because A is first and B is second. So I will keep the A term first and B term in the last. It will be easier for me to take common by arranging my question into this form. And if you are not arranging it and you are and taking common, your answer can be right, but there can be some errors of sign. So I will recommend you to first arrange your question, so it will be easier for you to take something common. So now I will just pair them up, the first two and the last two. I will just take something common, and I can see common. I can take a as common from this side. So since there are a square, two a's, one a is common, so it will be a. And then the negative sign, since I have taken a as common, the only thing which is inside will be b, so this will be b. And again, what can I take common? I can take common, 2 is on the both sides, so I can take a plus 2 as common. So this will be again a minus b in the bracket. So since I have to factorize it, I can see that there is something common more, so I can take that thing common as well. So this will be a minus b, and when I will take a minus b as common, the other two things which is present outside the bracket will also come inside the bracket, and I will just open a bracket and write a plus 2 and bracket close. This is the answer of this part. I have factorized this part by taking common. The only new thing which I did was that I just arrange it, and I told you that after arranging, it will be easier for you to take common. If you are not arranging it, you will have to take minus sign as common, which can create confusion. So it's better to arrange it.